A quote straight from Royal Enfield, the horse's mouth. Designed to be the easy cruiser, the city commuter, to weekend cruises, to first-time riders. Gonna go for a ride today. Raw, first impressions. Just go for a spin, see what she's like, see what the power's like, handling, riding dynamics. Is it easy to ride? And is it a brilliant mini cruiser? Right, enough dilly-dallying around. Let's get this weapon of a bike on the road. First off, many thanks to Bacon's Motorcycles, just outside London, East London, for lending me this fantastic, fun little bike for the day. Very much appreciated. Really kind guys as well, so thank you, Bacon's Motorcycles. Right, first jumping on. Let's just fire her straight up, stop messing around for a dang. Raw riding impressions. Quite a nice little thrum to the motor actually. Quite surprising. Now I have completely transparent, I rode over here from Bacon's Motorcycles, the dealership, about a 10-minute ride, but I tried to just blank my mind out, to just not notice anything, so I can give you guys now what this really feels like. I am a bit late to the show with this bike. So this bike, the Meteor 350, came out in 2021. This is a 2022 model. There haven't really been any updates since 2022, just some colours. So this is the Fireball Red. Very straight in your face name. Fireball Red, £4,059. Ooh, bumps. You also get a black colour, I'll put them up on the screen, a black colour and like an Aurora, I think if that's how you pronounce it, Aurora Blue and an Aurora Green, which are very cool looking colours. Okay, it's going to pose some problems for the Meteor here. Hello geese. Are they geese? Someone let me know in the comments please, I'm sure you will. Go on guys. Oh good. So first impressions actually, the engine's a little bit fruitier than I was expecting sound wise. It does sound quite not loud, but yeah, you're not shortchanged sound wise. It sounds like a little bit of a cruiser vibe there, so good start on the mini cruiser vibes. Hopping straight on, it feels small, which is a good thing. It's a 350, so the handlebars actually feel quite not very wide. They feel quite close together for a cruiser-esque bike. The seat very low down to the ground. I'll just stop up here at this junction actually and show you. Super low down to the ground, and with it being quite a small light bike at 191 kilograms, ready to ride, wet weight, fully fueled, ready to go. It's quite light, so pulling up here, if I can demonstrate, stop here. I'm 5'9", and I can stand up with a bit of room under my nether regions there as well, so it's really confidence inspiring. So with that brief from go brief from Royal Enfield, very good for beginner riders, being a light bike. Okay, out onto the open road. What's she like? It's got more poke than I was expecting, genuinely. 20 horsepower, 27 newton meters of torque, that's not a lot, but I don't know, I'm a little bit surprised. It's the same engine as in the classic 350, but this is slightly differently tuned. So it's got slightly longer legs and it's actually slightly smoother. And you feel that. I'll pull off here. I'll just pin it up to 40 miles an hour because that's the speed limit. Oh, good green. Okay, go. Good boy, get. That's 40 in second gear. Easy. So yeah, power's actually fairly good. We're in town now. Yeah, it's quite fun. It is a bit of a mini cruiser. You're just sort of bobbing along here. My first impressions jumping on is the size, it's small, and the engine just sort of pop, 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 pop. It's a single cylinder, but they fit a balancer shaft. Not going to pretend like I know what that really does, but it just makes the bike a bit smoother, the engine a bit smoother. It's quite cool. It does feel like a mini sort of Harley Davidson. So far, so very good. Well done, Royal Enfield. I've got to concentrate on traffic. Oh, I'm turning right here. Good. Thank you, sir. Look, it's a small bike, low centre of gravity. You don't feel like you have a big presence on the road. That may be a downside to this motorcycle, but we'll get into the downsides later. Let's just go for a little cruise first. Okay, scrap the quicker roads. We're in town, so let's just do a little bit of town reviewing first. Speed bumps. Oh, she's a little bumpy over the speed bumps, I can tell you that. So the suspension is non-adjustable. We'll go over specifications later, but non-adjustable suspension. Hello. Oh yeah, we got a nod. But in town at these slow speeds, I'm actually in third gear, probably a bit high. You want to be in second, really. If you're going 20-25, it's quite comfortable in second gear. I can imagine this would be a great little commuter. It's very smooth. The throttle response is, yeah, it's smooth. And it's got that little bark when you rev on the throttle as well, which is nice. When you come up to around 30, you want to be in third gear. Speed bump. Ooh. Okay, coming up to some quicker roads. But yeah, guys, I mean, for £4,000, Nationals, nice. £4,000, quite a cool package so far. Look, it's not premium. It's not premium. You can feel that when you get on. A little bit plasticky switch gear. You can feel it in the suspension, to be honest. Now, I'm not that technical rider, but I can feel it in the suspension. It's not premium suspension, but it's absolutely fine. Anyway, open her up on some country lanes. It's got 5 gears. It's fun. You know what, these smaller bikes, they're just happy, fun little things. Yo! Right, down to 30. Nice gear change, actually. The clutch is sort of medium weighted, not light like a Triumph Bonneville, but it's not heavy like a big Harley. It's sort of medium weighted. Everything just feels easy and basic, I think I'd describe it as. But that's sort of a bit of a compliment. It's very refreshing to hop on nowadays bikes like these, where you just turn it on, put it into gear and ride. There's no riding modes, there's no kerfuff, no keyless, just nothing complicated. It's just really simple, which is quite refreshing. Riding position, so Triumph. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. I've been a bit stressed recently, so I started smoking again. Oh, bad idea. And I'm trying to stop that now, the smoking, so I'm feeling quite scatty and all over the place. It's quite uncomfortable, so if this review's just dotted around, blame it on the cigarettes. There you go, that's my excuse. Royal Enfield touting this as the easy cruiser, so they had designed it with a cruiser mentality. The riding position, it is slightly cruiser-esque. Look, my legs are mid to forward, more mid than forward. Yeah, so you're not laid back like a bigger cruiser. To be honest, I'm sitting quite upright with quite a big bend in my arms. Yeah, you're not like this. It's quite more of an upright riding position, but it does have, you can feel a little nod towards sort of leaning back. Oh, here we go, some roads. This is fun. I'm not going too fast because of the state of the roads. I don't want to fall off. Roll out onto the torque. It's fun. It is fun. If you just want a light-hearted blap around country lanes. Brakes aren't sharp by any means. You do have to give them a bit of a squeeze to get some stopping power in, but they're fine. Oh, these roads, so slippery. It's nice for flowing on these smaller lanes. It's quite nimble and smooth. These are great little roads. Having a great time on these lanes. The thing is, you can just sort of chill on this bike because it's not too much power. It's really fun. Lefty wefty. Out we go. Yoo! So guys, I'm going to put some pictures up from the Royal Enfield website and media pack, because I am a media person now, of what you can spec this bike up. So this is just like the stripped back naked version, no screen or saddlebags or pillion seat or anything. You know what I mean by naked, I don't have to explain that to you. But you can put a screen, you know, a sissy bar at the back for the passenger, saddlebags. It starts looking quite cool. Royal Enfield, that really cool Royal Enfield vibe. I'm not sure about this paintwork, not the biggest fan of the red. I prefer the Aurora green or blue with the screen. Most people prefer this bike stripped down. I prefer it with all the gear on. I don't know why, I'm a bit like that. I prefer it with the screen, the panniers, the sissy bar at the back, everything. Chuck it all on, please. All of the accessories, I'll take it. I think it looks really good like that. So that's a benefit. You can accessorize your Meteor quite a lot actually, which is quite a cool feature. You can really go deep into those cruiser vibes, you know. You can customize it very easily. Okay guys, I'm going to try and do some quick specs for you. So, engine, it's a single cylinder engine, 20 horsepower and 27 newton meters of torque. Like I say, surprisingly smooth, and Royal Enfield definitely managed to get a bit of that sort of cruiser vibe into the engine. You can feel it down low and pulling up. It's sort of like that nice build of torque low down, and for a single cylinder, it's fairly smooth as well. Okay, so front suspension's fairly basic, non-adjustable up front, 41 millimeters of forks with 130 millimeters of travel. Coming round to the rear, nice touch on the Meteor, and a lot of Royal Enfields have it, the twin shocks. Is it twin? Yes, it is twin, had to check there. But it's 6-step adjustable preload, so you do have a bit of adjustability back here. If you're carrying a passenger or you have some saddlebags or something on the back, you can adjust that rear suspension to make it a little bit nicer over the bumps. Okay, so weight, as I've said, is 191 kilograms, so it's a light bike, and with a seat height of 765 millimeters low to the ground, very easy to maneuver. Just hop on, jump on and off, whether it's in the garage, wherever it's parked. Camera's about to fall over. Wherever it's parked, it's really easy to maneuver and low to the ground. Also, making it really good for beginner riders. Okay guys, last spec, the fuel tank, it's a 15-litre fuel tank, so a nice size actually. On a cruiser-styled bikes, you generally want a bigger fuel tank. It just makes that front end look a bit bulkier, I personally think. The dimensions are really nice in the design. I like you're just looking at it from about this angle, the rear quarter. Cool looking bike, 15-litre tank. It's going to be sipping fuel. Gosh, it's really windy. I hope you can hear me. I had to spin out of the wind, sorry. It's going to be sipping fuel, so you're going to be getting long mileage out of this, not expensive to run and cheap to insure as well, with a 350cc engine and a cheap initial price, buy-in price as well. Oh, so last one on the specs, I don't believe I did brakes, did I? Amateur. So up front you have a single 300mm disc with a 2-piston floating caliper by Bybre, a subsidiary of Brembo. Hope I said that right. And the rear is a single 270mm disc with a single piston floating caliper. The brakes are alright, look, they stop the bike, it's fine, they're not super sharp though. One thing that's quite cool before we go, let's grab my gloves. They've gone for a proper cruiser heel and toe gear shifter. down there. To be honest, not a fan. I don't use the heel, but you can just use the toe on this, and it's absolutely fine. Quite a cool touch though, I quite like it. A nod towards proper bigger cruiser bikes with that heel and toe shifter there. It does feel quite cool. The salesman, Bacon's Motorcycles, was saying, I'm not sure if this is true, but it's a good reason. He's like, everyone in India is riding I don't know, maybe a bit discriminatory, but everyone in India is riding around in flip-flops. That's why they've done the heel and toe, because you don't want to change up with your flip-flops on, because you're going to hurt your topies. So you use your heel to hit the heel shifter. Makes sense, and yeah, I completely understand that, and I like the reasoning behind it. Right, let's jump on the bike and get into my favourite bits and bits I don't like about the bike, and then we shall wrap up the video and you can go on your way and have a wonderful day. Oh god. Alright, you go first please, sir. Just don't splash me. Sorry, Royal Enfield. Not my fault about the weather. Legs up. That is a downside of the low seat height. Okay, points I like. My favourite points about the Meteor 350. Number one favourite point is the price. Basically £4,000 for brand new. That's really good. Look, I know you can get scooters and 125s around that price, or a little bit cheaper, but not that much cheaper. But this is a 350cc Royal Enfield. It's stylish, looks cool. Yeah, really good value for money. So price is number one. Numero duso is what are we going to go for? I'm going to go for the engine. Number two is the engine. I'm actually genuinely, seriously surprised by the engine. Look, I'm not saying it's really fast, but look, it rolls on like a cruiser. They have retuned it compared to the standard 350 to give it a bit more cruiser-esque vibes and torque lower down, and it's really worked. It's really cool. And when you get used to it, just flowing along roads like this, it's really fun. I should think if you put a louder exhaust on this, a barkier exhaust, it would be great fun. Make it look quite sort of badass cruisery. I think that would be great. Right, whilst we're stuck behind this horse box or whatever it is. Number three, what else do I like? I like the simplicity. Scrap that. I'm going to go with the paintwork, not this paintwork. So number three is paintwork. I like the Aurora blue and the Aurora green. And with the accessories, with the touring screen on the front, I think that looks like a really cool, stylish motorcycle. Fun as well. Right, we're going for the first overtake of the day. Plenty of go. Yeah, so that's my top three: the price, the engine, and the paintwork. Moving on to 3 points I don't like. And number one, I'm sorry to say it, is that the screen. It's not bad, but when you've ridden a classic 650 or the classic 350 with those stunning analog chrome dials, oh, come on, Roller. I'm not a fan. This is not as good as those chrome dials. I'm sorry to say it's a little bit of a letdown. It's not bad, but it could be. If they chucked a chrome one on, it would just be fantastic. Number two, don't likes. Now this is in at the price point, but if I'm nitpicking, but it's the build quality. It's not bad build quality, but you know, you do notice you're hopping on a cheaper motorcycle. It's a cheaper bike, that's why you can get it at a cheap price, but you do notice the plasticky switchgear. You know, the bolts here are starting to rust. There's a little bit, you can notice it's not a really high quality motorcycle. And on to number three, dislike, suspension. Again, it's a cheap bike at this price point. You're not going to get really premium suspension, but it's a little bit bumpy. I can feel it just coming through town here. You might be able to hear it in my voice actually, just over these bumps. It's a little bit on the lower quality end, shall we say, but you get used to it, but you do notice it. Just pointing it out, don't shoot the messenger. Anywho, many thanks for watching the video, team. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening if you've been watching this video. A shout out to mental health awareness, big on my channel about that and riding, so I hope you're all well out there. Ride safe, ride happy, and enjoy your week. Been Red Ang Revival. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and see you in the next video, guys. This has been fun. Ciao Bella. Alright, this is risk. Oh no, okay, no, stay here. I was going to go for the overtake, these two big lorries at the lights, but I got scared.